Hello, how are you? I hope you're doing good. Just back here today, not to talk about cooking or not to discuss about cooking or not to do anything about cooking, but today just to talk about some simple, small issues that maybe are affecting us when we are choosing a partner or when we fall in love. What do we expect from love? And what do we expect from our partners? You know, I want to talk about this because I see there's at the moment a lot of breakups in relationships that gives some people a conclusion that they are not fit. We are not fit, for a relationship. Or you find up someone talking about, I don't know if I'm really made for a relationship. I don't know if I'm really made to keep a relationship. This is the outcome. Why do we have to come out with such ideas? We do not trust anymore ourselves if we are fit for a relationship. But what makes us feel that we are not fit for a relationship? What triggers you to think that you are not fit for a relationship? That's what I want us to talk about. And I have some, my point of view, what I want to talk. And that is what I think on my side, how I would really wish or someone before you fall into it, that you could listen to that. It's just a piece of advice, maybe. It can help you, might not help you. It can help one, it cannot help all. So, the thing is, how do we come to this point that we are not fit for a relationship? And why do we even come to the idea that relationships are not ours? That we are not made for a relationship. What makes us come out with such an idea? So, first of all, I think we need to understand some small things. Some small things like, what do we expect from relationships? And secondly, when do we fall in love? And with who do we fall in love? And how do we fall in love? Because I think this, the points what will determine our future life of a relationship, maybe up to the marriage, that is something that will determine a lot. Because I think sometimes we fall so fast in love that we do not first examine what we are going to face, And I think sometimes in the future that backfires because we did not actually dig it up what we want or what we wanted or what we wanted to expect in a relationship. And then at the end of the day, it will happen to be your partner will ask you, were you ready for a relationship? Were you ready for this? Were you ready for marriage? Were you ready for being with me? And that is a point. When it reaches to that point, then it's almost too late to solve it. So, how can we know what we are about to face, or what we are about to make make convents with? You know, what do we know? What we are about to make ties with? Because a relationship is making ties. You know, accepting to be part of someone's life. You know, by accepting, you also make a tie to cut off some of your needs. You know, to be able to lose also some of your behaviors. But not just to wish just the one to change him or herself when you are not able, or when you are not ready to change anything in you. Because when you come together as two people, you have to find a middle balance, a balancing middle, where you can live, you know, like to make compromises. These compromises in your life will help you later on to know if that what you're doing was really that what you had to do. You know, if that decision has a significant basis. You know. So maybe you might have came across such sayings like a woman marries a man with an aim that the man does not change. Now, you understand? You know, things like that. That a man marries a wife with hope that she does not change. But as time goes on, she changes. You know? And a woman marries a man with an aim that he changes. But as time goes on, he does not change. What does that mean? These are some two philosophies that rule love. You know, because it's like when you decide to get a marriage, it's like you enter into someone else's life. You enter into another person's territory. It's like you enter into another person's world. You know. She gives you that chance to come to her world. He gives you that chance to come to his world. You know? And what you are bringing with in that world, you have to find a middle of it. Maybe it is not everything what you bring with in that person's world that it is useful. Usefulness is also another side. Maybe it is not really needed. But it is you. So it's a matter of finding a middle, a hard middle, where you say, okay, this one I will take with, and this one I will leave. It's like when you want to maybe to change to another apartment, change an apartment, let's say. You know, there's some things you say, oh no, this one is too old, this one is too like this, no, I will not take it to my new apartment, I will not. Likewise. But this is now like you go to another person's life, you go to another person's world. You have to give to give out some things what you do not have to take with. There are a lot of things, there are a lot of issues what you do not have to take with. It's not it's not a must that you have to take this and that and that and that. that you have to take everything with. No. It's not like that. And you should not say or call yourself as you find that person and you want to make that person completely to your side, to bring that person completely to your side, to your world. That is also impossible, because you are creating now a third world. You are two worlds. Create a third world in the middle, where you both meet. It's like an intersection, you know. And that intersection will grow until when you are one, until when it becomes just one circle. It will be growing wide as time goes on. It will grow wide until when you will become one circle, and that is what is called a family. So I would say a family, to start a family startup is like you draw first two circles and join this circle one into the other. You will see that there's a point of intersection. And that point of intersection is just the beginning of a family. And very soon, after some time, this intersection will grow larger, that it kills these two circles, that is just a one circle. That is the aim of a relationship, and that is the aim of a marriage. That should be the aim of a marriage, you know. So a marriage cannot stand by saying the two circles will always stay there and the intersection will be just in the middle. That is not a family. That is not a relationship. That cannot grow. It will never grow, because the intersection will always be like the meeting place for you two, where you meet and you still have each other, their own world outside of this intersection. You understand? So I think in a marriage, or in starting up a marriage, you must be aware that you have to make growth this intersection. At the beginning, why it's small when you're beginning it is because you both have to bring some of your common characters. You have to throw in. It's like throwing in your common characters, and that is what joins you. That should be something what brings you together. That should be the aim of this love. And when time goes on, as time goes on, you will see that it will penetrate into the other person's worlds, both of your worlds. That afterwards it will take space and it throws these two circles, all of them, that they become one, and that is done a family at the end, what you call a family, a happy family. That is a family. So what makes us not come or fail to grow forth this intersection what we have, these common things what we have? What makes us lose it? What makes us lose the hope? What makes us lose it? Or what makes us not make it wide enough to become one? What is that? There's egoist, you know, everyone has his own ego. Selfishness, lying, pretendance, you pretend too much. Reality, we cover up reality. We cover up reality. It's a point of not intersecting. We cover up reality. We do not give a chance to realities in our life. We rather base it on dreams, you know, and on plans. You know? We want everyone to stay in their own world. I know a lot of people, or I've seen a lot of complaints where there are many people in having a relationship with someone, but they are still outside. They still to have a relationship, a side chick, a side hustle, they call it, anything, you know. They still have an outside someone, a girlfriend. How can you tell me? How can you have a wife and you have a girlfriend? You have a man and you have a boyfriend. Where does the what just help me to understand it. How does that function? How does it function? So when you are by your man, you definitely forget about boyfriend. Or when you are by the boyfriend, you definitely forget about the man. How do you change this in your mind? How do you change it? How does it click by you to say, tap, now I change it? Tap, how? Just help me to understand this. You know? There will be no point of intersection. These are things you can do when you are still single. When you are still single, you can live a life. You can say, I will have 5 partners. I will have here one, I have here one, I have here one, I have here one. That I can still understand it. It's still understandable because you have not yet promised a person that you love this person, that you stay with this person. If you promise a person that you love this person, that you stay, yes, there can be mistakes at maybe once or once in a life, but don't make it to a lifestyle. I can understand if something happens once, well and good, then let it happen, but stop it. Don't make it to a lifestyle that it has to be like that. Don't take it for granted. You know. So that is a small point on that, what we're going through or what we're going to talk about. But it is also a characteristics, reality. That is a reality. You know. If we fail to bring reality in our intersection, then definitely we shall not have it running smooth as we wish it. We can't have it running smooth as we wish. So, secondly, selfishness. We want to do things on our style, on ourselves, on our everything, you know. We are too far from the people who we say we love. You still want to have your own life, but living with another person and sharing a life with another person. You know? It can be at some time in the beginning, you are not yet sure, you're still trying, you're still learning, but after some time, you have to come out and make it first. You know? Promise it to your heart. You know? Say it to your heart and decide, you know.